How do you now respond to now the disbelievers? How do you engage with someone who is now a mu'arid? Someone who is opposing Islam, opposing you. What was the Messenger's way? How did he do it? And how do we do it? So I want to narrate to you a story that I narrated before, but we'll take in some more detail inshallah. It's the story of Utbah ibn Rabī'ah. And there are many narrations of other companions or other people, but we'll mention one just for the lessons, but there are many other ones. So what would happen is now, the Sahaba, they are now, they're getting more in number, slowly. And the Quraysh, in the beginning, when Islam was private, by the way, it was private, not secret. They knew about it, but it wasn't public, meaning it wasn't a threat to them. So they didn't really care. They heard about Muhammad, some murmurings about Muhammad and something's happening. Before that even, Amr ibn Nufayl, there was another one before, the Hanifiyya, those who were upon Hanifiyya. Before Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Sahaba, they existed before. So they didn't really care about this. They only cared when Islam became public. Why? And they saw the numbers slowly growing, and they saw some conversions happening that were beyond just the weak, like Abu Bakr, Talha, Uthman radiallahu anh, and very soon in years 6 and 7, Umar and Hamza. So now they are stopping from being small people, weak people, to now the influential. Abdul Rahman ibn Auf, he accepts Islam very soon. Abu Ubayd ibn Jarrah, these people. Mus'ab ibn Umair, prince, he becomes Muslim as well. So they're feeling threatened now. Before it wasn't a problem, small, miskeen, they're doing in their house, whatever, they laugh and mock and they're enjoying. Now it becomes an economical problem. If these guys now rise in ranks, these people now, they are of shurafa, sharif, they are noble people, they will topple us, they become worried, they become scared. So then they began to make a plan. The first thing is we cannot, of course, kill or fight him because they're Banu Hashim. If we have Banu Hashim, we have great people amongst them, and Abu Talib he's our leader, we can't do anything. So they began to send their people, so one by one. There's a story of Walid al-Mughira, we spoke about him. Walid al-Mughira, the uncle of who? Abu Jahl. Amr ibn Hisham, Abu Jahl, he is the Fir'aun of this time. He goes to Walid al-Mughira, he says, my uncle, please go and speak to him. And we mentioned this story before, with Surah Al-Muddathir. That he's propped up, you are the most knowledgeable amongst us, please go, and you are the most knowledgeable in poetry and everything, go and speak to him. So he goes to him, and he speaks to him, and he hears the Qur'an, the person recites the Qur'an, and he realizes this is something which is beyond what we can comprehend, and it's the truth. But then because he's pushed by his people, he begins to call him a magician. إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا سِحْرُ يُؤْثَرُ. This was an inherited magic, and so on and so forth. So similarly, many other people come. Utbah ibn Rabī'ah is one of them. So I'm going to read to you the story, the narration, beautiful narration inshallah, and we'll see how the Prophet ﷺ responded to these people, and so many lessons we can take from this. اجتمع مشركون يوما. The mushrikun, they gathered one day. فقالوا انظروا أعلمكم بالسحر. Go and find the one who is most knowledgeable with magic. والكهانة, and soothsaying, والشعر, and poetry. فليأتي هذا الرجل الذي فرق جماعتنا وشتت أمرنا وعاب ديننا فيكلمه ولينظر ماذا يرد عليه. Let him come and go to this man. What has this man Muhammad done? فرق جماعتنا. He has divided our gatherings. وشتت أمرنا. He is now, he's cursing our situation. وعاب ديننا. He's humiliated us. Let him go and speak to Muhammad and deal with him. فقالوا ما نعلم أحدا غير عتبة ibn Rabī'ah. The one we know is Utbah ibn Rabī'ah. He's the man for this job. فقالوا أنت يا أبا الوليد. Go يا أبا الوليد. يعني Utbah ibn Rabī'ah. So Utbah ibn Rabī'ah, he's been chosen, he's been gassed up by these people. You are the one, go. And they are watching. So Utbah ibn Rabī'ah goes, he's this noble man being propped up, he's very knowledgeable. He goes to the Prophet ﷺ. Now they're having a debate. Now observe, and not just as a story, listen to the da'wah. He says, Ya Muhammad, أنت خير أنا عبد المطلب. Are you better than Abdul Muttalib? فسكت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Messenger صلى الله عليه وسلم was silent. قال فإن كنت تزعم أن هؤلاء خير منك فقد عبدوا الآلهة التي عبدت. If you think your grandfather Abdul Muttalib and all those with him are better than you, he's saying to him, of course, someone says, are you better than your grandfather? You will say no. And Abdul Muttalib was the king, was the father of the Quraysh at that time. His story is. If you think Abdul Muttalib is better than you, then know your grandfather and everyone around him would worship these idols. Look at this smart man. وَإِن كُنْتَ تَزْعُمْ أَنْتَ خَيْرٌ مِّنْهُ فَتَكَلَّمْ. But if you think you are better than your father and your grandfather, then talk. Let's see what you have. حَتَّى نَسْمَعَ قَوْلَكَ. So let's listen to what we say, so we can hear what you have to say. إِنَّا وَاللَّهِ مَا رَأَيْنَا سَخْلَ قَطْ أَشْأَمُ عَلَى قَوْمِكَ مِنْكَ. By Allah, we have not seen anyone worse to his people than you. You are from us, and we have not seen a person from his own people to be as bad as you. فَرَّقْتَ جَمَاعَتَنَا. You've divided us. وَشَتَّتْ أَمْرَنَا, you are now humiliating us, you are cursing us. وَعَبَّدْ دِينَنَا وَفَضَحْتَنَا فِي الْعَرَبِ, you've humiliated us amongst the Arab. حَتَّى لَقَدْ طَارَ فِيهِمْ, and now subhanallah you've humiliated us so much. The whole Arab Peninsula, they are speaking, they are saying, أَنَّ فِي قُرَيْشٍ سَاحِرَةٍ, there is a magician amongst the Quraysh. وَأَنَّ فِي قُرَيْشِ كَاهِنَةٍ, there is a soothsayer amongst the Quraysh. وَاللَّهِ مَا نَنْتَظِرُ إِلَّا مِثْلَ صَيْحَةِ الْحُبْلَى أَنْ يَقُومَ بَعْضُنَا إِلَى بَعْضٍ بِالسُّيُوفِ حتى نتفانى. Wallahi, you're taking this too far. This is going to go to a situation where I can see now, because of you, we're going to start fighting each other until we all killed and we all perish. أيها الرجل, he's speaking to the Prophet still. First start with Ya Muhammad. He says, oh man, he's raising his voice. إن كان إنما بك الحاجة, if you need something, if you're doing this because he's speaking, because he thinks, he understands what he wants, because he's a leader. He knows what appeases or appeals to leaders. إنما, if you need بك حاجة, you got something, جمعنا لك من أموالنا حتى تكون أغنى قريش رجلا. We will gather all the wealth and we'll make you the wealthiest of the Quraysh. وإن كان إنما بك الباء, if you want to get married, you want a woman, فاختر أي نساء قريش, pick any woman of Quraysh that you want, the most beautiful of them, سنزوجك 10, we'll give you 10 of them. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, فرغت, are you finished? Have you finished? قال نعم. فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, and I want all of you inshallah please open up Surah Fussilat. Surah Fussilat is chapter number 41. Translation as well inshallah. So he says, and we'll recite together inshallah, or you can just follow the translation. So he says, فرغت يا محمد يا أبا الوليد, يا Utbah, have you finished? فقال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم, he says, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. You can recite longest inshallah. حميم تنزيل من الرحمن الرحيم كتاب فصلت آياته قرآنا عربيا لقوم يعلمون بشيرا ونذيرا فأعرض أكثرهم فهم لا يسمعون وقالوا قلوبنا في أكنة مما تدعونا إليه وفي آذاننا وقر ومن بيننا وبينك حجاب فاعمل إننا عاملون. We'll make the منفصل short inshallah, just so that we can recite it a bit quicker. قل إنما أنا بشر مثلكم يوحى إلي أنما إلهكم إله واحد فاستقيموا إليه واستغفروه وويل للمشركين الذين لا يؤتون الزكاة وهم بالآخرة هم كافرون إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم أجر غير ممنون قل أئنكم لتكفرون بالذي خلق الأرض في يومين وتجعلون له أندادا ذلك رب العالمين وجعل فيها رواسي من فوقها وبارك فيها وقدر فيها أقواتها في 4 أيام سواء للسائلين ثم استوى إلى السماء وهي دخان فقال لها وللأرض ائتيا طوعا أو كرها قالتا أتينا طائعين فقضاهن 7 سماوات في يومين وأوحى في كل سماء أمرها وزينا السماء الدنيا بمصابيح وحفظا ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم فإن أعرضوا فقل أنذرتكم صاعقة مثل صاعقة عاد وثمود. He's reciting sallallahu alaihi wasallam and reaches his verse, and of course his sallallahu alaihi wasallam recitation you can imagine. He says, reciting, فَإِنْ أَعْرَضُوا فَقُلْ. And as a qira'ah, he recites, فَإِنْ أَعْرَضُوا فَقُلْ أَنذَرْتُكُمْ صَاعِقَةً مِثْلَ صَاعِقَةِ عَادٍ وَثَمُودَ. Utbah ibn Rabī has enough. حسبك. I can't take anymore. If you read the translation, you can see. He says, حسبك. I've done. I can't do this. ما عندك غير هذا. Have you got anything else? قال لا. فرجع إلى قريش فقالوا ما وراءك. He goes back to Quraysh running, and they see him, his face, all the blood is gone, is pale. So what happened? A few narrations he mentioned, I'll combine them all together. He says, Wallahi, I didn't understand anything he said. He said, Ya Rajul, he's speaking Arabic. What do you mean you don't understand? He goes, ما فهمت شيئا إلا صاعقة. I didn't understand anything except for the word صاعقة. He said something about صاعقة coming. He was so scared because he realized يعني غلب عليه. He's been overcome. Truth was, he was moved, he was shaken to his core, and he was basically like Fir'aun. When Fir'aun heard the message, he believed in his heart, but he couldn't come profess. So then his people say, Waylak, woe upon you, Saharaka. So he has bewitched you. He has taken over you. He says, Wallahi ma taraktu shay'an ara annakum tukallimunahu illa kallamtu. He says, Wallahi, I tried my best. I said everything I wanted to say, everything you would have said, all of your arguments. You know, sometimes we have an argument. We come back, he said, no, I could have said that. He had a better point afterwards. He said, Wallahi, I had no arguments left. Everything, because he let me finish. He says, have you finished? I said everything. I didn't leave anything back except I said this. Wallahi, this is different. He says, قالوا, has he responded to you? He goes, na'am. He says, subhanallah, he says, in another narration he mentions, yes. This situation, he will be someone, he says, Wallahi, لَيَكُونَنَّ لِقَوْلِهِ الَّذِي سَمِعْتُ مِنْهُ نَبَأٌ عَظِيمٌ. What he said to me, this Qur'an I heard, he will have a great standing. نَبَأ سَيَكُونُ لَهُ شَأْنٌ عَظِيمٌ نَبَأٌ عَظِيمٌ. فَإِن تُصِبْهُ الْعَرَبِ. If he is overcome and if he is harmed by the Arab around you, فَقَدْ كُوفِيتُمُ. You have been helped and you've been sufficed, as in you've been protected. If someone else deals with him and he kills him, then you've been protected. وَإِن يَظْهَرْ عَلَى الْعَرَبِ. If he now overpowers, and of course he will, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, if he becomes dominant, he comes on top, فَمُلْكُهُ مُلْكُكُمْ. His kingdom is your kingdom. وَعِزُّهُ عِزُّكُمْ. And his honor is your honor. وَكُنْتُمْ أَسْعَدَ النَّاسِ بِهِ. And you'll become the most happiest people because of him. قالوا, they said, سَحَرَكَ وَاللَّهِ يَا أَبَا الْوَلِيدِ بِلِسَانِهِ. You've been bewitched by his speech. He says, قال هذا رأيي فيه فاصنعوا ما بدا لكم. Wallahi, I have not. This is my opinion. Do with it what you want.